I was trying to create lessons about video editors, but I am not pretty sure that this is just your only stack. Stack is is like a group of things that you do. This is your stack.
Mm.
So I am not sure, yes, if you just work editing videos or organizing clips or recording videos. I am not pretty sure about that because you also mentioned that you work as a designer and you help clients with their brands. So I would like you to I would like you to tell me a little bit more about your job, specifically the things of activities that you do in your job and the list of activities that you do as a freelancer, because I just understood that there are two types of activities that you do.
Yeah,
This is the things that I want to learn a little bit more.
yeah. Let me think for a
Mm-hmm.
while. Well, yeah, I have two activities in my everyday for say in my work at office.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I do editing videos, design, uh, animation,
You also create animations.
yeah, animation, or sometimes photography.
You edit photos, you edit pictures.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes. In my freelance jobs,
Mm-hmm.
I do um, some equal sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I do design more.
You design more. And when you designed, it means like what do you
I
do when you
spend
design? What do you create?
when I make posts or branding, um, flyers,
Mm-hmm.
or um, what else?
Okay, I see your point. Now it's a little bit clear for me. And when you mentioned that you did videos, I remember that we were discussing about Adobe Premiere, but do you use a different software like DaVinci Resolve or Camtasia or a different one? Or what kind of software do you use?
Now, I use only Adobe Suite because
Okay.
all these softwares is complement with the other.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Adobe Premiere is the brother with the After Effects.
With After Effects. You complement maybe Adobe Premiere with After Effects and because you create animations
Yeah.
and
For
After Effects.
example, Adobe After Effects is the brother with Adobe Illustrator.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, the software, all this software is amazing because which one with the other one is the family,
Uh-huh. It's like a family because they
like a
complement
family.
together.
Yeah,
Is that true? They complement together. So you can work in one project with different, maybe with different programs, but at the same time, they work together.
yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
yep.
Thank you. Now it's a little bit clear for me. Now I understand even better, so I can organize your lessons. And also, let's just start with our class. I want you to understand a little bit more about that. Three, two, one, let's start. So before we begin, it's really important that you know some verbs. So I need you to speak even more, okay? So let's start. So here are some important vocabulary that you need to practice and learn. So I have a question for you, Edith. What kind of things do you edit
Mm,
or you
all the
edit? What do you think? Is that edit or edit?
edit, edit,
I think so. I think so, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult to pronounce this word, especially because we say edit, but people say edit. No, it's edit, edit,
edit,
edit.
edit.
Okay, that's great. So what kind of things do you edit?
Um,
You edit what?
I edit videos or design, all
Or
types
designs, or
all
graphic
types of
designs, or
design.
graphic
Graphic
designs. Okay,
design.
you edit, and you edit like every day, or sometimes you don't do that. This is your
Yeah,
job. I mean, every day, or
every day,
okay,
every
every
day,
day.
every day.
So you do this every day. Next part. What about adjust brightness? Adjust
Yeah,
brightness. You see? When do you
yeah,
use this? When
right.
you edit a video or edit a
When I
picture?
u- when I did the video and the picture too.
And the picture too. And yesterday I remember that we were talking about videos and we had a different verb. Do you remember when we edited pictures, we say crop. You
Crop.
crop a picture, you make it smaller. But when you do it this in a video, how do you call it?
Cut out.
Cut out, of course.
Cut out.
Then we have a color grading, of course.
Yeah.
And for example, how do you manage or how do you deal with the palette color, but the palette colors? Do you use the brand colors or sometimes you need to make it up?
Mm, I use the brand colors
Hmm.
when I edit video.
Hmm.
Um, well, in this case, when I edit video, I try to how do you say grabar?
You record.
Record. Sorry. I when I try to record these videos, I record in low
Quality.
no quality, in low color.
Okay.
I,
And when you say low color, what do you mean when you say low color?
for example, maybe tones gray and white
And why do you do that? Because you don't want to send maybe the real version, or maybe
because
because they don't want to pay, or why? What's the reason?
when I color grading,
Ah, okay,
I
because you're color grading.
I makes everything else with the color.
Mm-hmm.
It's more easy.
It's
More
easier. It's
easy.
easier.
Sorry, easier.
It's easier. Okay.
Easy.
Okay. Let's continue. Now let's keep on practicing. And these are idioms that we use. I remember that yesterday we use cut out, right? Especially when we edit videos. Is that true? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Cut out. But
Touch.
I'm sorry, but I just wrote even more here, but I can't see it. Let
Yeah.
me
Okay.
choose a different color. Um, now it's okay. You see it? Cut out.
No.
Yesterday we learned that we use cut out when we like delete parts of the video, and these parts are important. No, they are unnecessary. Sometimes,
Unnecessary.
because sometimes when you record videos, you start recording but you are not, this is not the real part of the video. For example, I want to record everything and I put the camera here, and later when you edit, you cut out that part, right? Okay,
You're
that's it.
right.
Then we have touch up. Touch
Touch
up
up.
means mejorar o retocar algo ligeramente, especially with pictures, right? I need to touch up this picture before send it to the client. And also remember that before, and then you have before I sent. And why do we use ing, Andres? Why do we use ing?
Mm.
Why do we use ing?
Why do you use ing?
because we have before sending.
Mm, I need to touch up this picture before sending to the client. Before.
Before. Do you remember that when we have, for example, I play soccer before I go to school, I play soccer before I go to school. When
Yeah.
we have the same subject and we have these time words,
Mm,
we drop it and we use the
drop
ing
it. Yeah,
version.
yeah. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. So this is why you say before send it to the client. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you remember this group of designs, the logo, the maybe the manual, or how do we call the brand manual, or things like that? How do we call
Mm,
assets? Do you remember?
assets. Yeah, yeah.
Assets. So this is the word I want you to use. I don't want you to say, "Can you share the pictures? Can you share the videos? Can you share the images?" No, please share the assets.
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 Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Continuemos. Let's start. Okay, so I also have this question for you, Andres. What do you usually do when editing a video or editing a picture? Sorry.
What do you do usually though? Well, it's an interesting question because when I edit video, well, sorry, I edit a picture, um, I use Photoshop.
Okay, you use Photoshop.
Photoshop is an amazing software because can I do everything with Photoshop? Photoshop
Mhm.
give me many tools. Um, uh, can I use for editing?
Okay, so you can also say that Photoshop give you many tools that I can use because when you say can I
That can.
use, it's like a question. No,
Okay,
I
that
can
I can.
use.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And what kind of things do you usually do when you did a picture? I know that you use Photoshop. And but what kind of maybe effects or what kind of actions you do when you edit a video or a picture in this case?
Uh, it depends.
It depends on what.
Depends for requirements.
It depends on the requirements.
Yeah,
Okay.
but basically, I edit the color or it's something bad. For example, I need to erase everything in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So this I edit.
Okay. For example, I usually adjust the brightness. Yes.
Yeah, the
This
brightness,
is what you do.
contrast,
You adjust the brightness. You don't ever say, I change the brightness. No, you adjust because it's
adjust.
impossible that you change it. And you also adjust the contrast. And
Adjust.
especially sometimes, as you mentioned before, you crop the image to remove unnecessary parts.
Yeah,
Unnecessary parts. I remember that some designers nowadays they are using tools like Midjourney or like DALI AI or AI and also in Photoshop. So you can also use it. Do you use AI in your pictures when you edit pictures? Or now you
yeah.
prefer to create it?
No, it is a in Photoshop
Mhm.
include IE with the software.
AI, that
AI,
include
sorry,
AI.
AI. Yeah. So I select one part, this
Mhm,
picture,
mhm.
and I put, I don't know, change this part or quite score it, quitar,
Quite. No, quitar, remove.
remove, sorry, remove this part and voila.
And yeah, and that's perfect. And voila,
Yeah.
as you said before. So remember, you adjust brightness, contrast, and crop the image to remove it. I never say something like cut out. I cut out the picture. No, I cut out the picture. We never say we cut out a video, but
Video.
we
Remove.
also crop a picture.
Okay.
Crop a picture. Next question. How do you create a flyer for a client? How do you create a flyer for a client? I mean, what do you need? Sometimes you say, okay, Andres, I want you to create a flyer for my course online. So what kind of information do you need, or what do you include in the flyer?
Uh, I need to brief. The
You need
brief
to brief,
is,
okay,
yeah, all is this information when I make a design.
okay.
Yeah, and
But
but
also before you have the
before
brief.
I create the flyer, I need to to brief.
Mhm. And how do you
And
get
when I
information? And you discuss with a person, or you discuss with who?
um I discussed with
With a
with the
client. You
client
discuss
with the
with a
client.
client.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
most of the designers, they this is their answer. They say that they first discuss the client's need. Okay, so what do they want? So I want to create a flyer. I know that you want a flyer, but what do you need? You want to sell a course, you want to sell a product, you want to give information. Then you choose a color scheme and use layers to add text and images. Text
yeah.
and images. And when you work creating flyers or posts for social media, do you like working with pictures, for example, from a Pixabay, or from maybe from different websites, or you like working with real pictures? I mean, pictures that you take, or pictures that the company or the clients have.
Um, well, depends too, but I work with Pack, mm, the website.
Uh-huh. Okay, especially
Especially, I use Free Pick.
free
Uh,
pick.
yeah, Free Pick, a premium Free Pick.
A premium free pick. And
Premium,
how do you include, for example, I know that free pick you can also download pictures, but do you don't you don't have any problem with the copyright, because these pictures you need to like maybe give credits to the author, or when you pay you don't need to do it?
Yeah, it's correct. When I pay, I don't need to worry for copyright.
Okay, and how do you include, for example, I was working for an institution in my country, and because they didn't want to pay for the pictures, at the end of the presentation, they include links. Picture one, free pick. Picture
Mhm.
two, Pixabay. Picture three, pool pictures. Picture four. But I know that it's gonna be different with uh with a post on Facebook or on Twitter or on a website. So
Yeah.
how do you include, or it says no, you don't need to include it. You just know that you have the rights to use.
Mm, well, in my knowledge,
Oh,
I I never have any problems with the copyright
the copyright.
because I know when for example, I create the video and download music for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
This song has copyright. Um, and I edit the video, I put this music and send the client. If the clients upload the YouTube, it monetize. Is
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yes, you monetize.
Monetize this video. Uh, right? That moment, jump the copyright
Uh,
because because they monetize the video.
okay. Okay, especially with music, right?
Yeah, but if the clients upload in and don't monetize, no has problem.
Okay, they don't have problems. They don't have
Uh-huh.
problems. Okay. Then we have the color scheme. The color scheme, la paleta de colores. This is a different way to say color palette. To be honest, the color scheme is more when you edit pictures. Uh, but I also use color palette, which I really like that word. I know that this is more professional. And then we have layers, layers. Capas.
Yep, yep, correct.
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Next question for you. Next question for you. It says, which software do you use to edit videos? Which software do you use?
I use Adobe Premiere.
Adobe Premiere.
Adobe.
Adobe Premiere Pro for what?
For edit videos.
For edit videos. And you just use Adobe Premiere. You also mentioned that you use a software together.
Yeah, After Effects I use.
And After Effects for animations and visual effects. You complement your job with these two tools.
Yeah, it's complement too.
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Let's keep on practice here. I will share this part. Okay, one, two, and three. Okay, I cannot do this. Now I can do it. Now I can do it. Okay, the first one. The first one. It says, ejercicio práctico, hay que completar de ese. I always what?
I always I adjust
Adjust. I
just
always adjust
just
the
the brightness before
brightness
printing.
before printing a flyer. So as you can see here, Andres, it's really important that you use reduce time clauses, right? Porque, mira, te das cuenta que siempre estoy tratando de eliminar el sujeto para no estar repitiendo. Entonces, before I print a flyer, antes de imprimir un
Yeah.
flyer, before printing a flyer, we need to, how do you say renderizar? Do you remember?
We need to render the video
We need to render.
to check the final quality.
Mhm.
Can you
Okay. And recortar the image.
um remove? Can you remove them or crop?
Okay. No, remove the image to focus on the main subject. No, you
Ah,
crop. You
I
crop.
can read the last part.
You can see it. Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Now you crop. You see, remember that cutout is when you use a video, but you crop is when you use or when you are talking about a picture.
Yep,
Okay.
crop.
Now I'm going to ask you difficult questions, and especially these questions are for professionals because they are a little bit complicated. Okay. So let's
Okay.
start. How do you decide which effects to use in a video project? I mean, I know that you are an expert in editing videos and editing pictures, but sometimes I need your experience in my future job. So, Andres, how do you decide which effects to use in a video? How do you make that decision? You ask every effect to the client or you just make it up? Te lo inventas.
No, usually I use effects, predetermined effects, correct? Predeterminating.
Default, when you say
Default.
predeterminado,
Yeah. Default effects with.
default effects, or
Yeah.
you can say predefined effects. This is a different word. I like the predefined effects.
Redefine.
And
Yeah.
I know that when you say predefined, I understand that you use effects that are created by Adobe Premiere or things like that. Or what do you mean when you say predeterminado?
No, in this software, Adobe Premiere, it have
It has
the these
effects, right?
yeah these
Ah, yeah,
effects.
these are pretty fine. These are pretty
Yeah,
fine. When you use the effects that this software give you, you say pretty fine effects. Pretty fine
yeah,
effects. Pretty fine effects.
yeah. Sh- I I can
Uh-huh.
download effects to websites too, but many many are so for pay, correct?
No, many of these effects
Many of these effects
are
are pay,
are paid. Yeah, son
are
pagados. They are not for free. They are not for free.
no
They are not
always.
for free. Okay, look at this part. I consider the overall mood. What is overall, 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 overall? El overall mood.
Mm,
Como que el tipo o
como
el sentido
baja el del
en
video o bueno
general.
del proyecto.
El overall mood.
Ok,
Dice,
ok.
I consider the overall mood. ¿Qué entiendes por overall mood entonces?
Ahí como la temática, por así decirlo, del video. O,
Mm,
claro, y en el sentido que le queremos dar al proyecto.
exactamente. Nosotros consideramos como que el sentido en general, ¿vale? En
Ujú.
message, en message, the client wants to convey. This verb, it's really important, convey. I know that we never use the verb convey, but convey is pretty useful. Convey means expresar. For example, I want to express my thoughts. No, I want to convey.
Convey. Ah, ok.
Okay, I want to
Convey.
express my ideas. No, I want to
Mm.
convey. Yo sé que expresar también se dice express, sí, está genial, pero prefiero que me utilices el verbo convey, para eso lo crearon. For
Mm,
example, if the client wants a nostalgic feel, I might use sepia tones or field grain effects. And I know that nowadays, for example, it is pretty trendy that people use field grain effects on pictures on Instagram. Do you keep using this effect, or to be honest, you it doesn't matter. You just edit a video and you choose the best option for this video or for the picture.
well, many assets with these softwares, with the social media is pretty cool. So I I can do it similar with these effects
You can do it.
because these effects in Instagram it no have in Adobe Premiere.
Okay, you don't have in Adobe Premiere, so you just like kinda copy the
Kinda,
style
yeah,
and you do it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. And I do it
and then you
in
do it,
this, yeah,
and you
in
do it,
this.
and you do it. Okay, next question. Next question for you. It says, do you prefer using After Effects or Premiere Pro for animations and why? Because people can create animations on Premiere Pro, but we have After Effects. So which one do you prefer?
Well, I prefer Adobe After Effects because this software is especially for animations.
Especially for
Um,
animations.
yeah, especially. Of course, in Premiere Pro, can I
I
do
can,
animation?
of
I
course,
can,
in Premiere Pro, I can.
I can, sorry, I can animations,
You can
but
create animations, but what is the problem?
it's limited.
It's limited. And
Yeah,
what do you mean when you say limited? You can like create whatever you want, or what do you mean?
I, mm, this software don't give me many tools when I animate.
And also you can create more complex animations in After Effects.
Yeah,
And
in
you
After
mentioned
Effects.
it has more tools for motion graphics.
Yeah,
And
more
Premiere
tools.
Pro is better for straightforward editing, but After Effects offer more precision. Okay,
Yeah.
so you are maybe an expert in these two software. Okay. And 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 I have a question for you. I know that when you edit pictures, it requires that you have like a talent, but you don't need to know how to draw, right? Because this is a common misconception. Un misconception es una idea errónea en general, or I am not pretty sure, but do you need to know how to draw when you work with After Effects or Premiere Pro? It's a common misconception that everyone, no, 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 I am not good at drawing, so I can be a designer. So what's your opinion?
Well, it's not
It is not necessary.
necessary. It's not necessary drawing.
It is not necessary drawing. Okay. And do you work sometimes with, I know that when you edit videos or edit pictures, you can also use maybe this is like an iPad where you can draw. Do you usually
Ah,
do?
well, I can do it. I can do it this,
You can do
but
it that. Well, okay, that's a cool.
um, for example, I exists softwares, especially in Illustrate,
Uh-huh.
and animate these pictures or these illustrations. Uh,
Okay.
for example, um, Procreate is
Procreate.
the
Okay.
Procreate, and I can draw in this software. Well, it's app. I can draw in this software, this app in the iPad.
Hmm.
I can animate and I can translate After Effects with this animation.
You can translate it to this, but of course, it is not for everyone because it just Procreate works for Mac or for the iPad, right?
Yeah, for iPad, only for iPad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is pay is
Yeah, it's not for free. You need to pay. How much is it?
uh, 30 no $13.
$13.
Not very
$13. It's
expensive.
like a subscription, so it worth, vale la pena.
Yeah.
Vale la pena. So I also have a question for you. I was pretty interested in this, and I don't know how to call this style when people edit videos. And this is called mixed media. Have you heard about mixed media?
Mm,
I,
I
I'm gonna
don't.
show you.
I'm gonna show.
I have
Okay.
some students and they are mixed media maker.
Okay.
Uh, and I'm gonna show you some videos. This is when you combine pictures with videos,
Yeah. Yeah.
mixed media. And do you work with mixed media, or you are
Mm,
not maybe interested in this field?
no, I can do it that.
You can do it.
Yeah. Mixed media, mix the image with the videos. Is
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. Is
Okay, that is a cool. That is a cool. Okay, so you mentioned that you prefer Premiere Pro for and editing videos, but you also use After Effects when you want to create more complex animation because it had more tool for motion graphics.
yeah, exactly.
Nice. Here we'd also have more information about lose track. When you lose track, you use the ability to follow and understand something due to complexity or disorganization. For example, can you give me a situation when you lose track in your job? When do you lose
Mhm.
track?
Well, when I don't have clear the idea,
Okay, when you don't have a clear idea, okay, you
yeah,
you lose track.
yeah, I lose the track.
Especially when you work with more designers or when you don't like have a real great conversation with your clients and you don't understand the requirements.
Right. When
Okay.
I don't have the necessary information.
When you don't have the necessary information, okay, and you don't understand the requirements. And
Yeah.
what do you do, for example, I am your client and I don't have time to. I just have 10 minutes, 15 minutes to talk to you because I am really,
Mm.
really busy. So how do you get information? Do you have a problem with this or it doesn't matter?
I have a solution for that. I I I have a document with many questions.
Hmm.
I said this document at the client, and the clients complete
The
the
document.
questions
The questions.
in his time, and
Oh,
so
okay, he can do it. He can do it. And also you have the requirements and you can start working.
yeah,
Okay, that's a cool. That's a cool. Next, trim down. Yesterday we were talking about trim down, so now you remember the phrasal verb trim down to make something shorter or more concise. It says pick out. I'm sorry. Then we have pick out.
true.
Pick out is a different one. Pick out.
Out.
Pick out is to select or
Um,
choose something from a group. From a group, pick out. Nail down to determine or agree on something specific. Stick to follow strictly. Lightweight, in the context of file, it means having a smaller file size. You lightweight. Do you lightweight or you just send maybe the pictures? Because
mm,
sometimes it's impossible to, I mean, the size of the picture, it depends on the kind of things that you did in the picture or not.
yeah, it's very important that.
And sometimes it's very difficult maybe to share the picture because
Yeah,
it's very big. I mean the
yeah.
size. How
But
how do you deal with that?
when I have a smaller size, a smaller file,
Mhm.
um, exists a software in the web.
Okay,
Can
there is a
I,
software. Okay, in the what?
not software, website, sorry.
It's a website. It's a
There is a
website.
website, yeah. In this website, I can mm,
You can
uh,
reduce the size.
reduce or height the aumentar es,
Aumentar de tamaño o de calidad.
yeah, calidad.
Okay,
How do you say
you can upgrade the quality.
upgrade?
You can
Upgrade, yeah.
upgrade the quality.
Upgrade quality.
Okay. Is that for free? I guess that if you can do that, you can do it just maybe once or three
No,
times a
it's free.
day.
It's
For
free.
free.
It's free. Yeah,
It is
it's
for
free.
free. It is for free.
It's amazing this website.
Okay, that is a cool. I
Because
guess maybe in the future they will be paid. They will be paid.
maybe.
Which file formats do you usually export when delivering a final project? For example, in pictures, PNG, GPG. What kind of file formats do you use? Or it depends.
It depends. When I export images, I export in PNG
PNG.
or GPAG.
Okay. Okay. And why not, for example? Yes, you do it. You do it. What about SVG? Do you usually create maybe, I mean, icons or things like that? I guess that all the icons are in an SVG version or
No, icons only PNG.
a PNG, PNG. And what
Yeah.
about videos?
Videos, well, it's pretty common exporting MP4.
MP4. Yeah,
Yeah,
MP4, MP4. I have an answer similar to that one. For example, for videos, I often use MP4 because it offers good quality and is widely supported. And for images,
yeah,
GPG or PNG, depending on whether transparency is needed.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. Okay, now I'm going to ask you questions that are more focused on you as a designer rather than your job. So, I'm sorry, how do you manage how do you manage to meet tight deadlines? A tight deadline is, for example, you need to send my project tomorrow and you
Yeah.
didn't finish it because you have a tight deadline. So, while maintaining quality in your designs, what do you do when you have to meet the tight deadlines, but you need to maintain quality in your jobs or in your designs?
Mm. Well, that is a interesting question.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's an
Well,
interesting question, but
yeah.
what do you do?
Well, the first thing,
Uh-huh.
um, I focus all my thoughts
Okay.
in this project
Mm-hmm.
because I have one day, only one day. I run fast with this project.
You run fast with the project. Okay. Okay. And sometimes do you think, no, I can do it. I need to ask for help. Do you sometimes maybe hire a different designer and this person can help you, or you say, no, 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 I can do it by myself.
Uh, I can do it.
You can do it by yourself. You can
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
by yourself. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I guess you tell me.
I I like work under pressure.
Under pressure. You like working under pressure. You like
Under
working under
pressure.
pressure. And now you prioritize task. You say you prioritize, you focus on a
Right.
task. Okay, you mentioned that you focus your thoughts on the project when you have one
Yeah,
day. So you
yeah.
prioritize and you break down the project into smaller parts. Breakdown, I really like, for example, you need to create a video for a company and you need to include music, intro, the video, the content, and the final part of the video. So you do this. You break down the project into three parts: intro, outro, and the main content.
The main.
You don't create
Yeah.
a whole video in a timeline. No, you break down the project into different parts, and at the end, you do you remember you how do you say when you have different videos, different clips, and you want to include it in just one timeline?
Yeah.
Yesterday, with this
Yeah.
is a verb that we use with "and," I guess.
Um,
We join the videos. I don't think so.
no, I nest anidar.
Nest. You nest the
Nest.
video. Okay, so the first part that you do is you cut out unnecessary parts. Then you break down the video or the project into smaller parts. Then you nest and then you export the final cut. You see? You
Yeah.
also
And
stick to. Tell me.
in this part, I add one step more.
Okay.
When I have nest all the videos with
Mm-hmm.
the music, with it all cutouts, um, I translate After Effects because in After Effects puts the effects or animations or the titles or the subtitles.
Okay. I can change the verb you translate it to. Yes, como que lo trasladas. But I would say that you export to,
Sorry.
lo
Yeah, yeah.
exportas. I
Sorry.
export it to After Effects, and this software, I can adjust whatever you want. You can include colors, you can change, you can add
Yeah.
animations. But I prefer to use export or import.
Art.
Yep, I
Yeah.
export it to After Effects and I import it in After Effects. I also stick to a strict schedule to make sure I'm on track and I make sure of templates when appropriate. So do you
Yeah.
usually use templates? I mean, mock arts or things that are created by different designers? Or no, you say, no, I just need to do it. I want to do
No,
it by myself.
I I use usually templates when I edit videos. Mm, because all the clients mm, don't uh, doesn't recognize these effects or there's templates.
Yeah, they don't recognize.
Yeah,
They don't
I
recognize.
can do it. I can use different templates in different uh, projects.
Okay. So now, yeah, they don't recognize, so you just can do it.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's start. We will have like a conversation. We will have like it is not a real conversation, of course. It was made up by me, but we can also use it. Okay. I need to. I need to change this. Okay, let's go here. Look at this. We have a client and you're the graphic designer. So I am the client. Okay. Hi, I heard you're working on the video for our social media campaign. How is it coming along? Please read your part.
Yes, absolutely. I currently fine-tuning the transitions between different clips to make it more engaging. I want to make sure everything flows well.
Yes, you want to make sure everything flows well. Por ejemplo, ¿qué entendemos? Que dice, I heard you're working on the video for our social media. ¿Cómo que?
Y
¿Qué
escuch-
intenta decir esa parte?
yo he escuchado que estás trabajando, you're working on a video for
En el video.
el video para nuestra campaña de redes sociales.
Ujú. Y
What
luego
is
le dice,
coming
how is it coming along? ¿Qué entiendes
on?
por how is it coming along?
Coming along. How is coming along? Em, a ver, ¿cómo lo manejas o algo así? ¿Cómo
¿Cómo
los
está eso yéndote? ¿Vale?
está
Sí, se
yendo?
entiende.
Exacto. ¿Cómo lo estás llevando? Algo así.
El how is it coming along es una pregunta que usualmente se hace para ver cómo algo te va, cómo te está yendo, o sea, cómo está progresando, cómo le está yendo. O sea, más que todo es una pregunta que se hace toda la vida para ver cómo va el progreso de algo. Por
Es
ejemplo,
como el how
imagínate
do
que
you
un
doing?
albañil, un construct worker is building my house. Hey, how is it coming
How
along?
is coming
Ah, no,
along?
it's
Ah, ok.
okay. Siempre hacemos esa pregunta.
Pero eso es cuando estábamos haciendo una actividad, por ejemplo,
See, when we are conducting an activity, you are editing a video, and I say, hey, Andres, how is it coming along? Oh,
Ah,
so
ok.
far, so good. No hay ningún problema. So far, so good. Hasta este momento todo está bien. How is it coming along? You are maybe recording a video, and I say, hey, Andres, how is it coming along? No, so far, so good. It's okay. I don't have any problems. This is the way that
Ah,
we
ok.
use how is it coming along.
How is coming along? Ok, ok.
How is it coming along? Yes. And then we have absolutely, I'm currently fine tuning the transitions. What do
Mm.
you understand when I say fine tuning the transitions?
Currently fine tuning.
They say
Eh,
fine tuning the transitions.
fine tuning the
What
transitions.
do you do when you say fine tuning the transitions?
Maybe
Maybe
adjust
what?
las transiciones entre los
Dice,
diferentes clips.
making a small adjustment to improve something. Fine tuning, mira, fine es como, no sé si has escuchado la palabra tunear, que lo
Ya,
utilizan
ya.
mucho en los carros, que le van
Ujú.
agregando cositas, que le agregan una banderita, colores, luces LED. Ok, entonces eso es un tuning. Tuning viene de mejoras. Y el
Ya,
fine
mejor.
tuning viene a ser que esos pequeños ajustes para mejorarlo que le cambiaste le modificaste le agregaste una mínima animación, una micro interacción, una micro interaction, y tú quieres que tu producto sea engaging, o sea, que capte el interés de la gente que lo vea.
No, ok, ok.
You see,
Ok.
and this is the purpose. Did you understand that part?
Ya.
Let's continue. So now we also have this part. It says,
Eh,
sounds
it says,
great. Are you using any specific effect to grab viewers' attention? Please continue.
yes, if apply some preset effects from After Effects to create a more dynamic feel, and if also add a cloud animation to emphasize key points,
To emphasize key points. For example, it
emphasize.
says,
Ah,
sounds
ok,
great,
ok.
sounds great. O sea, podría parecer algo jalado de los pelos. Por ejemplo, nosotros cuando aprendemos inglés nos dicen, hello, how are you? I'm fine. Pero la gente a veces ni siquiera utiliza I'm fine en la vida real. Good, or I can't complain, or so far so good. Pero nunca, por ejemplo, es bastante raro que te digan I'm fine, ¿ok? En el sounds great, yo también pensaba eso, pero veo que digan, oye, how is it coming along? That's amazing. Ah, okay, sounds great. No problem, sounds great. El sounds great se usa, oye, suena genial. Ah, suena genial. Luego le dice, are you using any specific effects to grab viewers' attention? Grab attention es que capta la atención. Grab attention. Una cosa es pay attention. Por ejemplo, you pay attention to me. You pay attention to me. Tú me prestas atención. And I want to grab your attention. Y yo quiero captar tu atención. Una cosa es que prestes y otra cosa es que captes. Y cuando tú captas la atención del viewer, quiere decir que tu video, ¿cómo es tu video cuando capta la atención del viewer?
Engaging.
Engaging. Then this says, I applied some preset effects. En preset effects from After Effects, recuerde que preset viene de efectos ya prediseñados que nos provee el mismo software. ¿Ok?
Presence
El
effect.
mismo
Yeah.
software. Luego tenemos to create more dynamic feel, and I also added a call-out animation. ¿Qué es un call-out animation? Es como que un label or annotation that appears on the screen to highlight the information. No sé si has visto, por ejemplo, que abajito salen como que un pequeño texto, una anotación, a eso se
Yeah.
le llama call-out.
Wow.
Call-out.
Okay.
You know
Colors.
what a call-out is, right? Or you want an example?
No, I can I do it. Bah, ¿qué digo? I know.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay. Okay. Let's continue with the second part. Okay. Keep working on the same conversation. Keep working on the same conversation. Okay. I will add this part too. Okay, it says, it is a question. How do you handle the color correction? We want to make sure the colors match our branding. Please continue.
I use color grading to adjust the overall look, ensuring it
I'm sorry.
ensuring it aligns with the with your brand and guidelines, and also apply a lot for consistent color across the entire video.
Across the entire video. Okay, there are
Entire.
terms here that probably are difficult to understand, but let's analyze it. It says, how do you handle? What is handle?
Mantener.
¿Cómo mantienes? ¿Cómo
Mantienes.
manejas? ¿Cómo lidias? ¿Ok? ¿Cómo lidias con la corrección de colores? We want to make sure the colors match our branding, como nosotros queremos asegurarnos de que los
De que
colores
estaba.
combinen con nuestra marca.
Ujú.
Y el graphic designer le dice, I use color gradient to adjust the overall look. Como que yo utilizo gradientes de color ¿para qué?
Para ajustar el mensaje o bueno,
O la apariencia en
la
general,
apariencia,
¿ok?
la apariencia general.
Asegurando que se alinee con los lineamientos de la marca, ¿ok?
Ujú.
You also apply a LUT for consistent. ¿Qué es un LUT? O LUT. Es lookup
Eh,
table. Lookup table. Es un
look
archivo usado
is,
para aplicar un color específico
yeah,
al video,
yeah,
¿ok?
yeah.
For consistent
A
color across
filter.
the entire. Tell me.
It's same a filter. It,
It's like a filter. That's true. It's like a filter, but it's like an I don't know how to say. It's a file that you use in your project, but it is a
yeah,
filter, of course. You see?
yeah.
Let's continue. Let's continue with the last part of this conversation. Okay. And I will share this part too. Okay, client, it says perfect. Just make sure the final file size isn't too large for our platforms. Please continue.
Absolutely. It'll compress it while keeping the quality intact, and we can export it in a format suitable for all social media channels.
For our social media channels. Yep. Yep. So let's analyze. It says, puedes tener una imagen que tenga un small size. Recuerden que es un small size. Y luego tenemos un large size. Puede ser large o puede ser small. Así de
Mhm.
simple. Okay. For our platforms. So I have a question for you, and maybe you can answer this question. Why do designers try to make a small the file in the pictures or in the videos, especially for social media? Why? Or for the websites?
Yeah, the reason is this social media or the website
Mhm.
the requirements is always a small size because um, these files maybe can slow
Lo-
the page.
can I slow the page? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. They can slow the page. And sometimes I guess that this is because, for example, if you have a high quality picture and with a large size, sometimes I have problems with my connection. And as you mentioned before, it will lack my user experience,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
My user experience will not be great.
yeah.
Okay, will
Not be
not be
great.
great.
True,
Next,
true.
it says absolutely, I'll compress it. You compress. What is compress? Reduce. Reduce the file
Really,
size. You can say
mhm.
reduce, but you can also say compress
Yeah,
while keeping the quality intact. And also you use a website, right? You mentioned that you do this. You can
yeah.
export it in a format suitable for all social media channels. Suitable. What is suitable?
Um, sport eating and sport match shootable. Okay.
Suitable. When something
Suitable.
is suitable.
Adaptable. O algo así como
Por ejemplo, si tú te vas a ir a un matrimonio, no te vas a poner un short porque ese short no es,
no es por la ocasión.
no, no, es appropriately,
Appropriate. Okay.
suitable, suitable. How can I use in this context? En el contexto del diseño.
Well, I imagine suitable is, for example, in Facebook, the cover,
Ujú.
the page is a different format with, for example, Twitter.
Ok.
So I imagine the format suitable for social media is all these sizes. It has the social medias.
It has, for example, suitable is similar to appropriate. Suitable
Yeah.
is similar to appropriate. For example, if I go to a wedding, I can use shorts because the shorts are not appropriate.
Mhm.
But suitable is also, for example, imagine that you have a white website, white,
Mhm. Ah, okay, okay.
and then your logo is white. You can see the logo.
Yeah,
So this is not
yeah,
suitable, it's not appropriate.
and appropriate.
¿Ok?
Sure. Yeah,
Suitable. Entonces acá dice, nosotros podemos exportarlos en un formato apropiado para todas nuestras social media channels.
okay.
Veo que ahora actualmente se está usando mucho el término channels. Antes era for social media, pero ahora
For
le
social
dicen
media.
social media channels because they have TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn. They have different platforms and they also create, there is a term that we use when we create like a website or a page or a landing page where you can find all the links of a company.
Modeling, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
this is a
and call to channel communications.
yeah, channel communications or link
Not
tree
only
on link tree.
link tree. Yeah.
Link tree. So if you have a link tree, you have a link with Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, on LinkedIn, Instagram, and then you can also sell some products. But this is called a link tree. Link tree. Link tree. Link tree. Okay, we are going to stop here. Nos vamos a quedar aquí, Andrés. It was pretty great. You understand all the terms. Va genial, va genial. Me estás entendiendo casi la mayoría de términos. Para la siguiente lección necesito que sepas cut out, trim out, compress, export, fade in, fade out, ¿qué más? Transitions, presets, things like that. I need to keep on practicing. Veo que te has
Yeah,
estado
yeah.
equivocando en el uso del can. O sea, me dices
Yeah,
aquí,
yeah.
can I use? No, era I can use. En esas
Yeah, yeah.
cositas nada más te estás equivocando, ¿vale? Eso sería todo. Do you have any questions?
Well, I want to say something. Tomorrow I can join in
The
the
meeting.
class
Okay.
meeting because I have to travel for job.
No problem. You can be absent tomorrow, and we can postpone our class. No problem. You have
Yeah.
this like license. You are free to cancel and postpone your lessons. No problem, Andres. Okay.
Okay, see you on Monday. On
See you on
Monday.
Monday. Okay, that would
Yeah.
be tomorrow is yes. See you on Monday. Okay, so that would be all. Bye
Thank
bye.
you,
Take
Carlos.
care.
Bye.
Don't
Take
forget to
care.
check the
Take care.
platform. You have new resources. You have new
Yeah.
resources.
And the video upload today or
No,
on
yes, you
YouTube?
have the. I will send all your links. I thought you had the links. I will share the playlist. There is a playlist with all your
Yeah,
classes,
yeah,
and
I have.
you have the classes. Yes, they are
Yeah, yeah,
updated. Está
yeah.
actualizado. I will
Okay,
send
okay.
it right away. Okay.
Great.
Okay. So
Thank
that
you.
would be all. Bye bye. Take
Thank you,
care.
Carlos. Bye. Take
Bye
care.
bye. Take care.